President Trump celebrating his return to office, attending 3 inaugural balls in his honor last night.
Trump was joined by Vice President J.D. Vance as he showed off his dance moves at the Commander-in-Chief Ball. On day one, President Trump signed some 200 executive orders, including declaring a national emergency at the southern border, rolling back protections for transgender people, ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government, reinstating service members who refused to get the COVID vaccine, and halting the ban on TikTok for 75 days. Natalie Duddridge joining us now with more on the president's executive actions. Natalie.
Yes, good morning, Chris, Mary. That's right. Day one, President Trump already made sweeping moves on a range of issues, signing roughly 200 executive orders, including taking action on immigration and resuming construction of a border wall, as well as pardoning January 6 rioters.
These people have been destroyed. What they've done to these people is outrageous. There's rarely been anything like it in history, in the history of our country.
President Trump granted full pardons to more than 1,500 people, nearly all of them convicted or accused of storming the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, including Stewart Rhodes, leader of the Oath Keepers, who was sentenced to 18 years in prison. 140 officers were injured that day. New Jersey native and Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick died after he was attacked outside the Capitol. This former D.C. police officer expressed his dismay.
I have been betrayed by my country, and I've been betrayed by those that supported Donald Trump. Tonight, 6 individuals who assaulted me as I did my job on January 6th, as did hundreds of other law enforcement officers, will now walk free.
Meanwhile, supporters of the January 6 defendants rallied outside the jail in D.C. And here in Brooklyn, outside the Metropolitan Detention Center, at least one of the pardoned waited for his release.
I'm overjoyed that we have a president who is going to right some of the wrongs that have been committed.
President Trump signed dozens of executive orders reversing Biden-era restrictions. Drilling is back in federally controlled parts of Alaska.
We will drill, baby, drill.
He also announced construction of the U.S.-Mexico border wall is resuming.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted.
And international gangs like MS-13 now classified as foreign terrorist organizations.
As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions.
Trump is also attempting to end birthright citizenship through an executive order, a move most Americans oppose, according to CBS News polling. It's one of several Trump orders set to face legal challenges.
And President Trump is also calling most federal employees back to the office, ending COVID-era work-from-home programs. Trump also announced plans to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has already been rejected by Mexico's president. Mary.
Natalie, I'm sorry. Thank you. And now to this story. Ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government is among the executive orders signed by President Trump on Monday. Another declares the federal government will only recognize 2 sexes, male and female. Those applauding Trump include Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, who banned transgender athletes from competing in girls' sports at county facilities. The founder of Trans New York, who is a transgender woman, worries about the impact of the president's actions.
This is detrimental to children. You're going to see a lot of discrimination rise. It's already risen, and more hate. And it's really dangerous.
There are so many issues going on in this world right now that are so much more important than the self-identification of human beings in the United States.
While there are many protections here in New York, civil rights advocates we spoke with worry about the wider impact and expect this to be challenged in court.
Well, the Senate is expected to move quickly to put key cabinet picks in place. Confirmation hearing is set for today for New York Representative Elise Stefanik as she looks to become the next UN ambassador. She's likely to face tough questions about her lack of foreign policy experience and her views on funding the UN. If confirmed, Stefanik says she plans to confront what she says is anti-Semitism at the world body. Marco Rubio was confirmed yesterday as Secretary of State in a unanimous vote. The former Florida senator is the first of President Trump's cabinet nominees to win the approval of the upper chamber.
And stay with CBS News New York as we bring you continuing coverage on the first days of Trump's second term. For a look back at the inaugural events in Washington, you can find a complete wrap-up on our website.